Yeah, what's up, Doc? Um, I'll tell you what's up. D&D, Misfit Adventures. Exactly. That is what is up. And tell you what, let's go and meet those misfits. Episode 76. After defeating a gang of bounty hunters and their leader, Archibald Buchanan, you went back with Constantine to his humble abode, where you discovered the Dunkers may not be dead, and that the raven cloak that you found was a fake. Also, looked into the reasons of why you haven't been paid yet, and that the Mother Cardinal needs to be found, dead or alive, and so that Teleme can return to some normality, and Constantine can return to New Serene. You then sat down and enjoyed some wine and some jellyberry pie. And now, as you lay down to rest, comes the fun part.
Yep.
Hallucination.
Here comes the BS.
So I'll tell you what I'll do. All roll me a d20.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, the original Welcome Britannia. Look at that.
1.
Okay, so Jack's Rogan's
20.
right. So let's go 20 and above.
Yeah, 20.
2 20s. Okay.
You asked us, well, just a
No.
D20.
This isn't. I can just tune.
What are we rolling?
I think
Just one, the flat D20.
it's the flat d20.
I assume 19.
Ronan. So then that would leave
7.
marvelous. Well, we'll start with the best and make our way to the worst. So I chose Dakari first.
Oh.
Dakari, as you sit, as you lay back and close your eyes with the short, fluffy Arthur cuddled up and nuzzled against your earlobe,
Oh.
you can almost hear him purring. Your dream starts with fire, inferno, raging so hot you can almost feel it against your skin. You start to sweat in your sleep. That's how hot it is. And as the fire clears, you can see your village in the red woods burning, smouldering, crumbling to ash, as all of your natives, friends, family, kin, all the above, friends, lovers, all laying dead amongst the ash and fire, with one man standing in the middle. As you try and look to see the face, all you can see is one large set of metallic wings.
Oh, shit.
Wings. Town. Burning. I'm writing with a crayon. I hope everyone appreciates it. Everyone. It's all I can find. Dead. I don't even know why I've got a crayon in my room, but
I mean, why wouldn't you have a crayon in your room? That's my question.
well, I mean, I haven't really used a crayon since I was like 5. I've always been a pen drawer kind of guy, like with the old cross stitching.
Yeah, that's the Karis.
Metal wings and everyone's dead. And That doesn't sound like a dream to me. I'm not going to lie. Sounds a bit nightmarish.
This is Jellyberry Pie sleeping, mate.
Oh, right.
It's my
Nobody
fucker.
warned me of that when I drunk it. Or ate it, sorry.
Jellyberry,
No.
Jellyberry Pie can bring out some weird shit. Dudley,
Yeah, that's it. How trippy is it?
you close your eyes and lay down and wake to find yourself floating at sea. But you're not in a big boat. You're in a dinghy. A 12-man dinghy, to be precise. Named the Drunken Eagle. No, the Drunken Seagull. That's the one.
But, yeah.
That's our boat.
Floating at sea, looking left, right, forwards and back. Or bow, stern, etc., etc. And you can see nothing but water. No land, far as the eye can see. Not a seagull in the sky, not a cloud. You feel the sun burning down on you. Thirst overcoming you. Water all around, but not a drop to drink. But all of a sudden, the drunken seagull bursts a leak. You try and clog it with a finger. And another leak appears. You clog it with another finger. And another, and another. And until there are so many holes in the boat just starts to get dragged down to the depths. And as the boat sinks, you in your weakened state without any ability to swim or keep yourself afloat are dragged down into the waters. And your only thought is, I don't want to be a fucking sailor.
I go out like that now.
But as you get deeper and deeper into the depths of the sea, within a flash, you're now standing on the back of a huge dreadnought, a big brimmed hat upon your head, a huge feather dangling down, beautiful red garb, golden threads, big brass buttons, a fantastic golden cutlass by your side, 3 huge flintlock pistols. And as you look out at your crew, you are the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Oh shit. No, an upgrade.
Ronan! You drift back to a time when you were amongst the dinosaurs. But what you failed to tell people is that you weren't living just amongst dinosaurs, were you? There were primitive humanoids around back then as well. And although you half lived amongst them, sharing their meals, sharing their know-how of how to make fires, create homes, etc., etc., you found comfort in the arms of one of them. You remember this. But as the time dragon draws in your ear, you remember this young lady, don't you, Ronan?
Do I?
She had your son, who had another son, who had another son, who had another son. Your lineage draws deep within these islands.
Oh shit.
I'm a great granddad.
Of yourself.
I was going to say, are you your own fucking great?
Oh,
Find your kin, and the circle will be complete.
Right.
Find your kin, and you will find peace. Find your kin, and I will never bother you again.
Oh, that wasn't that bad of a dream.
Well, you just found out you're a great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad.
Yeah.
Of potentially yourself.
Yeah.
Would have rather that than fucking everyone dead in my town burning down.
Yes.
Found out I had a wife and kids, and he had kids, and he had a wife and 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 kids. So what's bad about it?
Newt.
Cool.
Your mind goes to the same place it goes every night. That big score. All you think about is that big score. That one last job that you can retire on. But you remember back to the last score, the one that went wrong. And the reason why you've moved to these islands. You see the faces of all of your comrades, the ones that you, let's say, accidentally put in harm's way so that you could save your own skin. You remember a word that was said as you passed off into the distance. We will find you. We will catch you. And we will kill you.
And here.
Grogu. You once had a flight on the back of a red dragon with 5 heads. This is your immediate journey. You wake up, wind blowing in your face, on the back of a huge dragon circling the islands. You look down, you can see New Serene, you can see Hickman, you can see Talema, you see the mountain ranges, you can see all the water surrounding as this giant dragon banks and continues to circle the island. But high atop a cliff top on San Mateus, you see a giant snake wrapped around the cliff top. The giant 5-headed dragon swoops, breathes, rains down fire atop the cliff top as the snake pounces and pierces its fangs into the neck of the dragon. The dragon, with the snake now entangled around its throat, flies back up to the sky, does one more loop before it succumbs to the venom and crashes down in the sea with you upon the top. You hear one name, Glendid.
Oh, so just let it go.
Glendid. And I will do this for you. And as the sun rises the following morning, you all wake and stretch and creak from the random positions that you've been sleeping throughout the night. And as you look over at the bed where Constantine laid down, Constantine is now surrounded by vines. He wasn't a 4-poster bed when he went to sleep, but it's now a 4-poster bed surrounded by ivy. It's almost grown ivy curtains around him during the night. and you can see that Constantine is floating on a bed of bush that he'd grown over that had randomly grown overnight.
Constantine?
Just Constantine just laying there, just like almost in the dead position, their arms crossed, just happily.
Can I check his pulse?
Yes. You go over to check his pulse, fighting through the vines to get there.
Yeah.
And it's very slow, just a dum, dum, dum.
I'll try and wake him up.
His eyes open, he looks straight at you with the really pale, clouded over eyes. I say, good morning, Dudley.
When how are you trying to plant a garden?
Yeah, this happens more often than I'd like to admit, but makes for good bonfires. Hold on a second. And he tries to sit up, and as he sits up, you hear all of the twigs and branches and vines just rip as they're all part of him and growing out of his back and out and actually out of his body. Just kind of. Started happening more since Doctor has Sydney stopped supplying me with my medication.
How far do these plant powers you have extend? What else can you do?
Well, I've slowly started to learn how to use them, but I wouldn't call them powers. More of a nuisance.
I mean, you physically buried a man last night because of your plant powers, so I'd say it's pretty cool.
I did not. How could I bury a man with plants?
You did.
Yeah, you brought him into the ground.
You cocooned him, and then he went down.
But Dudley, you've known me for weeks now. Does that sound like something I do?
No, but
It's something you did.
it happened.
And I fail to believe it. Not a vicious bone in my body.
How much do you remember of last night, Constantine?
Well, you came and found me in that lovely little B&B that I was staying in. And then you brought me home. Oh, we met those lovely chaps for a bit of tiffin. I do appreciate a nice tea and cake occasionally. And once we'd finished, we came back here. And we had some wine and some pie, if I remember correctly.
So you have no recollection of the bounty hunters? Or
Bounty hunters? There was no bounty hunters. There were those lovely people that invited us out for tea and crumpets. I'm sure. I'm trying to remember what his name was. A lovely chap he was. Carried a bird.
Archibald?
That's the one, Archie. Yes, lovely chap.
Archie was a bounty hunter.
No, you're wrong. Can't believe it. He was such a nice fellow. As I say, put me up in a lovely bed and breakfast.
He imprisoned you.
Constantine. You know,
Yes.
remember when we saved you from the snakes?
I do, yes, when they were going to eat me. Now, that's what I remember. Glad that never happened. Although you could feed me to the snakes now, I'm not sure they'd appreciate wood.
But remember when you thought, you know, the guards were not dying per se, but you didn't believe the truth in that sense until you realised they're dead.
I'm sure, yes. Yeah, it's ringing a bell.
So this is what's happening. They weren't it weren't a B&B, it was a prison. And those lovely chaps for tea and crumpets, as you put it, they wanted your head.
No, they kept me supplied with this wonderful wine. It was very, very tasty. Smooth, with just a little bit of tang to it.
Due to someone else's. No, we're not going to. I need to ruin the facade. But I don't want to. I'm hating myself already.
Yes, no, 3 meals a day, as much wine as I could drink. And books galore.
What books did you read? That you can remember.
I think my favourite book, I couldn't put it down, was a wonderful one. The 30 Dynamic Ways to Praise San Mateus. Yes. Yes. Did you know that one of the dynamic ways that you could praise Saint Mateus, right, was to hop on one leg while going nin. Didn't know that myself.
There's a faint smile remembering A55 telling you mean that one.
He's not dead. We didn't see him die. He's not dead. Haven't you watched EastEnders? He's not dead.
What's EastEnders?
Yeah. New Serene Street. There we go. That's our equivalent.
No, I haven't never watched movies.
Oh. He doesn't seem like he's lying, right, Constantine? I don't think he would, but...
I mean, you can roll me an insight check if you wish.
Yes, please. Is he lying or just stupid?
It's more, I think it's more a coping mechanism.
10.
He seems like he believes everything he's saying. For you, there's no twitches, there's no if but. He firmly believes that what he's saying is true.
Am I right in remembering that when Constantine was in battle, his eyes began to glow?
Yes, you are 100% correct.
I point to who's probably going to be who's magic? Rogu. I point at Rogu from across the room and I use message, which I point towards a creature within range and whisper a message to the target, and only the target can hear the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yep.
I relay this thought to Rogu in terms of I believe there may be some sort of dark magic at work. Possession, perhaps.
Kill it.
Meant to whisper.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so should we kill him?
Messages is a cantrip, so you can just keep going with it.
Yeah. I now point at Dudley.
I hope you.
I gesture to Rogu.
Yeah, wait.
I just leave my finger across the room from Rogu to Dudley, and I reiterate the same. I feel there may be dark magic, perhaps possession.
I mean,
And then I
in hoping that one of them remembers that Constantine had contracted the virus that's running rampant on the island,
Yeah.
and he's suffering from an illness called the Malachor.
Yeah. I remember, and that's why I was going to go reply.
Yeah.
oh well, it's too late. I've moved my finger onto Takari, and then onto Ronan, and then I just stop. So we're all on the same page, apart from Constantine.
I don't know what page. I mean, I don't know what page Constantine's on. So yeah, so Ronan, Dakari, and Dudley, you've all had this message sent to you. You're allowed to whisper a reply back to Newt. What's the reply?
Constantine got an illness called the Malachor. That's the only dark magic stuff that I think now might be causing it.
I point back.
Do we
at
do
Rogu.
think? Do we think it's like possession?
Well, Newt thinks it's possession. And Ronan?
Well, I don't think he's been possessed, but perhaps the wood stuff is in his brain, and it could be infectious instead of him being magic. It could just be like he's got a tumour, really.
He's got a wood tumour.
Really big splinter.
Does any of that help you, Newt?
I point back at Rogu, and I go. Ronan said big splinter. Dudley said infection. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there's this disease. The cannibal disease, I think.
Okay. I mean, that's close. That's but Newt doesn't know any of this because he wasn't on the island.
Oh, okay, right.
I met a game for you. Newt don't know any of this. He wasn't there.
Okay. Constantine, could you excuse us for a moment?
Yes, I'll pop to the market and grab some breakfast. Chicken embryos and back bacon, good enough.
Is it wise for you to go off on your own there, Constantine, when you were just kidnapped and
I spent a couple of days in a lovely B&B. It was lovely, and then you guys picked me up and brought me back home. Marvellous, don't worry. I popped to the market. I'll grab some breakfast for us. I'm sure the bakers will be out. I can always smell the crusty bread already.
Well, why don't you stay in the bedroom and we will go get it? Yes, stay here and stay safe. All of us.
Sure. I mean, there's not much of a bedroom. It's one room.
Stay in this room and we'll go outside and not talk about you.
Sure. Yes, I'll get back to my book. And he picks up a book off the side. Number 19. Hanging from a chandelier. Nice.
Right, let's go outside, team, and discuss things.
Sure, I'll go out.
Well, I thought we was discussing breakfast.
That as well.
You're not now. You're going outside.
Oh,
Right, okay, so basically, you guys, There was this disease called the Malachor, and if you were a cannibal on the island, then you were infected by this disease, and then it turns you into something. You take over, Dudley.
helpful.
You take over, Dudley. All right, that's all I know.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, I got most of it.
So, the originator of this disease is a deity called Tiamat, who is a fusion of all the dragon. Was it lieutenants or the champions of the different clans?
Some clan's good.
So all of the big dragon clans, all of their big dragons fused into one. Now we got Tiamat, who cursed the whole land with this Malachor.
Yeah, it was because of all the fighting, right? She was like, don't... All the fighting after the war, and then she was like, I'll plague you all for fighting. That was right.
She loves chaos.
Ah.
Is the biggest thing. I should know. She tells me every single time. And quite a few druids that we met in the past has caught said Malachor, but only the people who can turn into predators.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's making him become a plant person, because we haven't seen that before, have we?
No, he's a new one, but again, we have seen other people turn to a certain point. That's not how drastic as Constantine.
I'm surprised he hasn't died yet, because all the other Malachor people died, right?
Did any of them suffer
Sure
from glowy eyes?
So, just
Yeah, glassy eyed.
to remind you of the stories, he was being kept alive by whatever Dr. Asili had created.
Oh.
Yes.
But whatever Dr. Asili was feeding him is the reason why he's covered in twigs.
Oh. So maybe he's cured, but whatever he was given has the tree side effect. Because he's still alive and not dead, so I assume he's cured.
What would happen if we gave him some weed killer?
It's in the name. Killer.
Nah, but that's for weeds, not for humans.
If he's almost 90% tree, yeah, kill our boss.
No, I'm going to kill the weeds on the boss.
Did he want bat bacon or rashers? I can't remember.
You want a back bacon?
Back
No, I also
bacon,
think he said he wanted the
A
middle of the
crusty
egg.
roll?
He wanted-
Chicken embryo.
Yeah, that
Chicken
one.
embryo.
That's the middle of the egg.
Where are we getting that from?
That'd be it.
Eggs. Just grab eggs. Either he
Right.
wants a crusty roll or he's having a stroke. He's felt
Has
close.
anybody tried, like, digging up the roots inside of his back?
No.
No, I don't go up to a random guy and say, "Excuse me, mate, can I just rip your..."
I have you know he's not a random person. He's actually our boss. You said it yourself.
Okay. Boss, can I just rip the branches off your back, please?
So I didn't say rip. When you dig up roots, you use a shovel.
I am not digging into my boss's back to see if he's got a full-on
Oh, Jesus Christ.
forest.
Right, stabbing your boss with a shovel is every person's dream. We should.
I don't think it's a bad idea, really. Because if we
Trust
ask him,
me.
he'll be like, right, see, you see, we got all these roots and stuff. It's not good. So if we just feed you some weed killer and then dig out the roots, then he's got no chance of it coming back.
I'm
I
not
can see why the time dragon captured you in the past.
No. I'm simply thinking of the weed
Did
killer
you
as a
try and
vaccination.
de-weed him and feed him weed killer?
No, I'm trying to do the best for the man. And I'm saying that feeding him weed killer won't kill him because he's got some superhuman stuff, and that it would get rid of the twigs because you don't need the twigs because the twigs are the twigs and the twigs aren't him.
Guys, they don't have any egg embryos. They've only got regular eggs.
I think we had to go deal with that. And
I love the fact
after
that dude's
almost
just
having a
stuffing away up in
migraine,
his chat.
No, Newt, you see, it looks similar. If you can find a red pencil and you melt down the middle, it
may I
makes
go
it the
grab
similar
the
colour.
toast? So if Newt's gonna get eggs, I'll go get the crusty rolls. Are
I'll
you
go-
getting back bacon?
I can get the weed killer.
Right, yeah,
No!
thank you. And I'll get the shovel.
So that leaves bacon with Dakari, right?
Yep.
Cool.
I like bacon.
Remember, rashers.
Rashers.
Yeah, rashers or back bacon, depending on what they've got.
He wanted rashers.
If not,
He
buy
asked
him,
for back bacon, I thought.
if
Whether
not,
you
just
get
buy
rashers,
him one
you
of the
get
live
rashers.
pigs.
What? How
What?
about I just get a couple of pigs?
Perfect. We'll make our own.
Sure.
Also,
You get more skabang for your money. Bang.
yes.
Some bosh for buck, bang for buck. That's the saying. I actually forgot.
Or bang for your buck.
So after you've had this conversation, then you go to the market
Yes.
and you pick up your eggs, and you pick up your 2 pigs.
Do we have butter?
Surely he'll have butter at home.
I'll buy
I
some
don't know,
just
I
in
think-
case.
I think he had can't believe it's not butter, so I'd rather we get some proper butter.
Yeah, I'll get
Right,
proper
I mean,
butter.
all the shopping costs a whole gold piece. Then you want your pigs. You're actually buying 2 pigs.
Yeah, why not?
Barry
Well, I
the
mean,
guy
do
can go buy 2 pigs.
we need 2 pigs?
Well, this is what was said. We're going to buy 2 pigs.
One for food, one for pet.
Oh, that sounds. That sounds good.
Let the pigs fight, and then whichever wins becomes the pet, whichever loses becomes food.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, yeah, because then we'd only have to buy 1 pig in the future, and whoever wins is our pet, and yeah, we can have 1 pig,
It's a constant round robin.
and we can film it and sell it.
Film? What's film?
That's like when we
When we
magically
slap it
store
with a
it.
block of ink.
we magically store it in our thoughts and transpose it into people's dreams.
Well, there is a butcher's with plenty of meat. No live pigs, unfortunately. He's got a couple of halves of pigs hanging up behind. He's also got half a basilic hanging up there too.
Who's Arthur
Bloody
Basilic?
Yeah, cow.
It's a bovine, darling. But that'll cost you a little bit more than a gold.
Oh.
Nobody ever wants to talk to him. You all go quiet.
Because they're usually cunts.
Not usually. I've given you some really nice people at these marketplaces.
Nah, they're
But-
usually not helpful.
So
Good
what
food.
have I? What
I'm
what
trying not to be noticed.
what have we already bought?
I
Very
bought
well.
the crusty roll and butter.
Right.
You got the rolls, the butter, and the eggs.
And the
Okay.
weed killer.
and a
the
spade.
The weed killer, you need your pig.
Right, okay.
You're looking for
So-
rashers or back bacon?
I speak to him, guys, don't worry. So, hello, sir. I was wondering if you had the rashers of a pig and the back.
Right. I be getting all those things you be after, right, Gav? Right,
Yeah.
from straight from my farm they are, and I be doing the best piggies in the business.
Oh, well, yeah, thank you.
Right, so how much bacon do you want then? How many you feeding?
6.
Right, okay, so do you 2 rashers each, 4 rashers each, 6 rashers each?
I'd eat half a pig. I love bacon.
All right, yeah, he's a man with an appetite just like mine. I understand that one there, big fella. So I give you 8 rashers each then.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Right, so I slip it all out. And all right, yeah, easy. And with the 8 rashers each, you still want back bacon too, right?
Yeah.
All right, I can sort that out. And he takes off the half a pig that's hanging up. On the side, pulls up this big old scimitar and just starts going down the pig.
Oh, cool.
I bet you want the crackling as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that, yep.
Yeah, I thought you might. I can see it in your eyes. You're a crackling lad.
What's that?
What's crackling? That'd be the fat of the pig. If you cook it just right over a fire, it goes crusty and crackly and it's all fat and juicy and it make you my mouth water. Who wants to go Toby Carvery later? But yeah, it'd be the finest divine food that God ever gave. Old Ilmo Frictamin supplied us with it, and I am gonna taste it until the day I die.
Okay,
Here be your back, here be your rashes.
thanks.
And I would tell you that be 5 silver pieces for you there, my friend.
I think I can pay for this.
If not, let me
No,
know.
Yeah,
It's alright,
give you-
you got it. It's fine.
I'll give you a gold piece, sir, and you can keep the change.
Why, thank you very much, sir. Just because of that, I give you this as a bonus. And it gives you a slab of cheese as well.
Oh,
Thanks. Ooh,
love cheese.
I do love bacon, egg, and cheese.
What did he do with the gold piece?
Yeah, right.
Don't do it.
Where does he put his gold piece?
In his pocket.
God damn it.
Well, thank you for the pig, sir.
That's all right. It's been an absolute pleasure, gentlemen. Enjoy your breakfast.
Yep.
Lunch and dinner and breakfast again tomorrow, I hope, with the amount of food you just bought.
I have sir. I think it's going to be gone in the next 30 minutes.
Well, it'll take you that long to cook it. But enjoy it anyway, lads. And good day to you. And let the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Thank
That's a
you.
bit silly, isn't it? Why would you want the grass to be soft? It might.
I will try recall the same back. Try to remember how
May the
Dunkus
sun
used
always
to
be
say it.
warm on your back.
Yeah, I'll say something like that. What Dunkus used to say.
Yeah. Poor old Dundas.
Right. So, did we get to read weed killer?
Yes, you got
wait,
what
yep.
you need.
Yeah, the weed? What?
No, the weed killer. Did we not? Were you
Yeah,
not
no,
listening?
weed killer?
Bought the weed.
I did.
Rogu.
Yeah.
Why?
Multiple barrels full, just in case. I didn't think it was a bad idea.
Oh no! To be fair, if if we run him a nice warm bath and we put a little bit in it,
Yeah, people
and
put bleach
it
in the
might
bath.
he might shed the tree.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we read the warning signs of this weed killer?
The only warning sign on the back of the weed killer is the skull and bones for toxic.
Yeah.
Made by pirates.
Yeah, no. It just means if you only put a little bit in, then God bless. So we have to put the whole barrel in it, because then he becomes a pirate.
No, it's harmful.
Well, no, because he's got trees coming out of him, and we want it to be harmful. Otherwise, the tree won't come off, which is why we got weed killer.
It's treason then.
Oh,
Wow, that was bad.
Sorry.
Wow.
I took psychic damage from that one.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah, let's go feed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we're
God.
not feeding him the weed killer.
No, feed him the normal food.
Yeah. We'll run him a bath and see what the weed killer does.
Burn him. Kill him.
No, not if it's diluted.
Well, I don't think this is a good idea.
I know it's not a good idea.
What
But
if
I'm
we?
not brainy as hell.
Tell you
if
what, to test it, why don't we just have him dip his finger in like a tiny shot glass full? If it does him pain, then we won't give him more.
That's a good point. Well,
I'll
yeah.
do it.
No, but we need
There's
to do it
a
on
good
him.
point.
You
We
don't
need
have
to do it
trees
on him.
growing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stopping. Yeah. What?
If he gets hurt due to us, and he's our boss, he will fire us or
Not
put
if
us
it's
in
not
jail.
if it's an accident.
Could
He
we're gonna
wa-
ask? We're gonna
he-
ask him if he wants to first.
He won't hurt us because I've still got 2 pies.
Oh, local anaesthetic. Just see if you rub it on. If you rub it on his finger, and then you do it. And then if we see it start sizzling, then we stop.
Get to stick his finger in a pie before he puts in weed killer.
And
Yeah,
this,
this
I'm going
this
to
could
lose my
work, guys.
temper.
This
How
could work.
about
very
how about
spoken.
one of you just put it on your hand and then shake his.
Well, no,
And then if
because
it
then
goes, ah! Why would it hurt us?
Because it's weed killer.
So?
It's
Well,
toxic.
poisonous.
It's
poisonous,
harmful
isn't
and
it? Eat
toxic.
Tell you what, I've got the barrels. I'm just going to tip my hand in it to prove this point.
Wait, so do we want it to cause him pain or not? I'm very
No,
confused.
No, we just want to test it. We want to see if it'll hurt him.
Right.
So if you
Okay.
shake his hand and he goes, ah, you can be like, oh, I'm sorry, I just put a bit of weed killer in the garden. And then it's an accident and we won't get killed for it, you see?
Well, that's really smart.
Oh dear, everything about this conversation is not really smart.
Right, I've gone elbow deep into that bad boy. What happens?
And you feel a tingling on your arm, but then you're not covered in plants.
Exactly. See, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think this will work.
How
And I
about
think
I
it will
put
cure
some in
him.
the pie?
No, because if he eats it,
You know, if he eats it, then he go.
It's toxic to anybody that eats it, even if you ate it.
why don't we put it in the pie and throw the pie at his face?
No,
Yes.
because the
Then
pie
he'll
needs to be
laugh.
anaesthetic.
Then he'll laugh.
unless
You know
it
what,
really
right?
hurts.
I love listening to these conversations. You guys trying to come up with a plan is always the highlight of my week.
But are we still? Are we just stood outside his door at this point as well? By the way.
Yes, you're
I'm
just
gonna try-
hovering. You're hovering somewhere between market and the front door.
I mean, Rogu's already
Barrels of
elbow
weed
deep.
killer.
He may as well shake his hand.
That's a good point. We don't need to put it on anyone else because Rogue already did it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Who am I hanging around with?
I don't. Your recruiting policy's awful.
I walk indoors and slap him in the face with my dunked hand.
What?
You could have at least told him the Nazi knock joke first.
Did you hear the one about?
asking the questions.
And I throw a pie at him.
Did you hear the joke about the French Nazi? He was just following hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, no.
And I say that before slapping him.
So you literally walk in there and go, hi!
Yeah.
Too much.
I throw a pie directly after.
Why? I don't even care. I don't even care.
Make him laugh.
So, as you walk into the room, Constantine was standing up in the middle, just sort of like just minding his own fucking business, really. And as you walk in, Rogan, you went up, you gave him a proper right cross, big old slap him across after telling him an awful joke. And then Newt, you threw a pie in his face. And as you threw the pie in his face, you see him do that, and then off the side they got slapped. And then his finger.
What's he going to do that for?
It was meant to be anesthetic.
That wasn't part of the plan.
You're stupid. Why did you throw the pie?
Yeah.
We had to put
No.
his feet.
He tastes it and he goes, that doesn't taste as nice as last night. And then walks away, grabs a towel, wipes the rest of it off his mush. And as he wipes it away, you can see that the side of the face where you'd slapped, your handprint has left a clean, almost like he's bleached his face.
So is it not got rid of the wood?
No.
And it didn't
I thought you were saying that. I was like, yes, it worked, and it didn't. That just poo in it.
But you've just watched him do that and digest some of it.
Yeah, it's fine. We've got bacon to cook.
So, you grabbed chicken embryos, part of a pig, and some crusty rolls.
Well, they didn't have embryos, so we just got some normal eggs.
Do you understand that? Yeah, the chicken embryo is in an egg. That's what an egg is.
Well, yeah, but the chicken embryo is normally when it's alive.
No, only becomes an embryo.
Fucking hell. Hang on, sorry.
Puts the frying pan on the thing.
Oh, God.
Terry's dying. He wouldn't make you guys. He puts the frying pan on the thing.
He drank some weed killer. He's dying.
Gets the fire going. Right, where's the thing? And grabs a bit of back bacon, throws it in his big old cast iron oven.
Need a hand?
Huh?
Do you need a hand?
No. Cook like this for myself all the time. Slightly more meat than I'm used to, but I'm feeding larger than life characters, aren't I? Really, let's be honest. 2 near 7-footers with us.
Why you sit down for it?
Yeah, Amber, you tell him.
My nephew just sprayed so much shit, it's got right down the back of my throat. So I just asked him how much he sprayed. And now he's giving Amber shit because I had to go in for spraying too much shit.
Right, big one or little one?
No, big one.
Oh, that's a lot of shit then.
Hey, honestly, I can taste it. It's got right down the back of my throat.
Well, speaking of stuff going down the back of your throat,
That damn weed killer.
as Constantine is starting to cook your breakfast, and he puts a pot of water on, starts to whistle, starts to make the kettle. And as he picks up the kettle to start pouring it into the cups, you suddenly see him hit the floor and starts convulsing. Just,
Oh no. I punched Newt in the face.
I fall over into the barrel of weed killer, and it knocks it over onto the floor towards Constantine.
The barrels
I
are
try to pick
outside,
up Constantine.
Right, the barrels are outside.
Oh, no.
Drag Constantine through the weed killer.
I will try and find a healer.
This is for not paying us.
You found out why you weren't getting paid, though. You hadn't done anything.
You rogues are dickheads.
So yeah, I'm gonna go try and run and find a healer.
Run around like a nutter.
I'm going to pick
A
up
healer?
Constantine and put him in a bed.
Literally got Arthur.
You got
Yeah,
me.
because I'm gonna go ask, try to talk to Arthur, and he don't understand me.
I've got Ronan. Ronan, even.
So Dakaro picks up Constantine and puts him back on his bed, covered in leaves and twigs and shit. Which is almost everything that was on his bed when he woke up is now dead. All the leaves have browned almost instantly.
So
He's
he's keeping the plants inside of him irrigated.
When they're connected to him, they're alive, but when he breaks them off, they die.
So I'm telling you, the roots are inside him. We should have bought the spade.
Hold on, Dudley. You run outside. Roll me a perception because you're shouting, "Healer, healer! I need a healer!" Like that.
What do we need to do to him? I can do stuff.
You go on then. What do you want to do? What do you mean? What can you do? I can't tell you what you can do to him.
Well, no, but I mean,
tell me
what
what
can I
you
do
want
to
to do.
save a convulsing man? I don't know.
Recovery position.
I got a 9.
9, okay. Foam starts coming out of his mouth.
Oh,
And he's just doing all that.
if I give him a healing healing word.
Healing worm? That'll turn
Yeah,
into compost.
It's because I've got the soil in my head, and it's like because I keep saying he's got roots inside of him, so I keep thinking he's soil. So you put worm in, but it's not word, it's a word. What if I give him a healing worm, actually?
Give him a healing word, see what happens.
Okay. I'll cast healing word at level 1.
Okay.
Do you want hit points or just spell?
I mean, roll us some hit points.
8.
Okay. And as you cast the healing word, your hands light up, but it doesn't stop him convulsing.
Okay. Well, if I use thunderclap.
Thunderclap will shatter him.
Ow.
Hikari, where are you? You're still in the room, right?
Yeah.
Arthur comes out from behind your back plates, climbs up onto the top of your head, sort of looks down, sort of looks at you, gives you a really worried look, looks at Constantine, looks at you again.
Yeah, Arthur needs berries to make his remedies. We should take him to the forest somewhere.
Why does Arthur need berries?
One time someone was dying and he had a bunch of berries. He went and fed it to us, and then they were like, "I'm alive."
I don't remember that.
I don't remember
I do.
that either.
So
He made healing potions, you fool.
no, yeah, we did with berries.
With healing potions. But he's a cleric. Arthur's a chinchilla cleric.
Well, I thought I'd been smart.
Rubs his little hands together. Gives a... And then just... You see a little white ball of light just comes out and starts floating down. Enters into Constantine. Stops Constantine convulsing. But he doesn't wake up.
But does he still have a pulse?
Who took his pulse before? Dudley took his pulse before, so he didn't tell you guys it was slow or anything. So,
Does he have a pulse?
Your communication between you guys is non-existent. But
Arthur, check his pulse.
runs around Dakari. Just sort of like jumps on his chest. puts one foot across his neck.
Well, he's breathing.
So he's not. He's live.
Yeah,
He's
so
live.
basically all Arthur cast was spare the dying.
Right.
So now you can healing word him, right?
I already did that.
Can you not do it again? Because the first time it didn't do anything.
Well, do you think I should do it again?
Yeah, because he's alive now and he's not dying.
Well, yeah. So he's been alive, but I'm not going to wake him up. What if a thunderclap out the window to try and wake him up?
That thunderclap does damage.
Yeah, but if I aim it out the window,
I mean, you got thaumaturgy.
excuse me.
What did you call me?
Haven't I got what? What extent? What?
Have you not got
He said-
thaumaturgy? It's a cantrip.
What? No.
Oh, okay.
Should I?
No, I was just asking if you had it.
No, I have
I don't
mending.
remember your build. Bloody hell, how long ago was it?
I have mending, primal savagery, produced flame, and thunderclap.
Okay. Dudley, you're out in the streets. You're 9.
Yes.
Grabs you nothing.
Understandable.
There are no healers. There are no anything out there.
Can I go check my bag? Sorry.
But your random encounter's wrong. Ah, Dudley, my friend. So good to see you again.
How you doing?
Yes, very good. I see you're visiting Teleme. Nice to see you on San Matthias. What brings you to the city, eh?
Trying to find a healer due to someone's frothing at their mouth. So I'm trying to find something to help.
While you're having this chat, you're looking at this 6'6", 6'7", giant, furry, large-eared creature. Very familiar. Very familiar to your face. Name doesn't quite ring a bell. But you remember his face, you remember the voice. Ah, my friend, I will come with you. Where is this man who is in trouble?
It's funny enough, Constantine, if you've met him.
Ah, I know Constantine. Good man. Come, show me.
I will lead this gentleman to Constantine's whereabouts.
1 second. Kreja! And from across the village comes bounding this giant white cat.
Now I remember you.
Yes. Come, show me Constantine.
Yes. Now lead Glendid to Constantine.
Jack's face. Granger, sit. And when I say this is a giant cat, I mean this thing's like 12 foot long.
Yeah.
It's not a little by any stretch of the imagination.
It was like a six-legged lion, right?
It wasn't 6-legged, 4-legged. But it was just like, yeah, it was like a what you would consider a snow lion. Hang on. Well then.
That's the one.
Ooh, nice.
Quick as lightning they are on their legs. Glendid sort of ducks to step in the door, sees all of you in there. Torlo walks in. Ah, Dakari! Big smack on the back. Ha! You're still alive, bitch. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll slap him on the shoulder. Oh. Good to see you, my friend.
Yes, we'll have that conversation in a minute. What have you done to my friend?
I instantly look at Ronan and Newt because of their fucking plan. And Rogu as well.
He does the sniffing, just I smell jelly belly pie. Good night, was it, gents? Hey!
That's
What do
not
you
the
think?
thing that caused him in his state.
I've got this. And he goes over to the cooker, starts rummaging around in his little satchel that he's got, pulls out random bits of herb, tips all the eggs and bacon out of the frying pan onto the side, puts the frying pan back, starts breaking up bits of herbs, rosemary, all sorts of odds and sods into the pan and starts mixing it up. The smell in the room just suddenly you get that big strong smell of potpourri, like that one that goes right to the back of your throat.
Mm.
He starts mixing it and he goes, takes it over like hot as it can, still cooking it in the pan as he gets there, and puts it over the top of him and just puts his hands over the top and starts mumbling. Basically, sounds like a really confused bumblebee. My friends, our friend Constantine is in trouble. I must get him to safe place.
Whereabouts?
In my homeland, in my village, I will take him to sacred place. Give him magical restoration.
Maybe join you.
If you can keep up. Granger! And he picks up Constantine, puts him over his shoulder, and walks out. Just sits him over Granger. Gentlemen, I will see you in a moment. Kira! Pow! And as soon as you've done that, all you see is those little hair clips from the cartoons left behind, just floating in the air. Just like a rocket, that crab cat just disappears off into the distance. This is a cat that covered the length of 2 islands in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's make our way to where we think Glendid is. Or we got an inkling of where he is.
You've been there before. You did make your way there before. You fought a couple of his friends.
Yes.
Thank goodness you found Glendid, Dudley. Especially after you nearly killed Constantine.
I punch Vogu in the shoulder for that comment.
Ah.
Not like try damaging, it's like, you know, the Hulk but and Thor thing.
Yeah, we got this. Pow!
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
And I just carry on walking towards Glendid's camp.
So you just grabbed your stuff and walked straight out of his place. You're just fucking off.
Yeah, because I'd said to Glenda that we're going to see him at his place. I
Well,
asked.
Nuke's so upset that you hit Rogu, he's left.
Yeah,
I'm going to get assassinated.
we thought it was a good plan. But we didn't factor in him eating it.
You planned it all along, didn't you? Just go get your snake powers again.
Although I was thinking, when he was in there cooking, do I subtly put some killer in the pie and then feed it to him? But he ran off. Can I get a container of weed killer and keep it on my person?
Yeah, I mean, you can. I'm sure that somewhere there's an empty vial that you can fill up.
Cool, thank you. Must kill Glendid.
The fuck was that?
What was that?
Sorry, it's something that I got for training that I'm trying to make a cover for. So it's a randomizer, so it randomly chooses a light that it turns on. So I want to do it for heal and face and time of match and what you win by and stuff like that. But it's from a friend's game. So it's Chandler doing the... Yeah.
No, it's not. It's Joey.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Chandler.
No, it was Joey, and it was Let's Play Bamboozled.
It is Bamboozled. You're right there.
Yep. It's Joey. He auditioned for the game show. Anyway, Glendid has set off on the Crag Cat. You guys gather your stuff, including your vial of weed killer and whatever else you can muster. And set off after Dudley, who's already left.
Yep.
Now, who can remember where Glendid lived? Now, bearing in mind, only two of you have been there.
It was like the bottom of San Mateus, the island, right?
Well, I'm going to give you a chance to think about it, and we'll come back in a minute. So, you start leaving. You pass the market and start leaving the city of Taleme. As you start leaving, this tall, trench-coated, what looks like a white dragonborn, but the head on it is very, very, very small, as it stands in front of you, and just started. Wait! Stop! Are you Takari Sai?
Oh, I'm not in there.
Who's asking?
I am.
And who might you be?
Shh, I'm telling him. My name is... And he tries to make himself look bigger and sort of like tough. So, my name is Jacob Samsonite. Yeah, I won't be Samsonite. Shh.
Hello, Jacob Samsonite.
And we're and I'm here to collect the bounty.
Oh.
So I tries to puff out his chest.
Well, unfortunately, Dakari Sai just left.
Oh.
Yes, my name's Bob McGee.
roll me a deception, and the rest of you roll me a perception.
Can I give Dakari advantage by saying, "Come on, Bob, let's go"?
Sure, but then you don't get to roll the perception.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
18.
You get an advantage as well.
Oh, so I roll again?
Yeah.
There's not going to be
19.
much higher than it. Oh, 21. Happy days.
Really?
Right, what's the perceptions?
19. You know I'm way ahead.
14, 19. What was Ronan's perception?
I forgot my modifier. Hold on. $26.
Jesus Christ. For perception. Fuck. Okay.
Plus that many.
Okay. Well, Dudley and Ronan, they start to believe you. Dudley and Ronan, you notice that he keeps turning and talking to himself through, like, under the jacket. It's like, no, it's got to be him. It's him, right? But you hear more than one voice talking back.
How can I help? Either one of you.
Well, no, it's just me. And I'm Jacob Samsonite. And I'm here. Yeah. I'm here to collect the bounty on Dakari's side. But he's apparently left. So we'll have to, I'll have to carry on my search, won't I?
Excuse me, sir. If you wouldn't mind me asking, where have you seen this bounty? Is anyone were you sent by anyone? Because I'm quite interested in it really myself. Because I'm a bit low on my money right now, and it'd be quite nice.
No, I'm not telling you because I want it. It's all ours and mine.
Okay. So, first off, I think that you're already in a team because you seem to be speaking to someone.
No. What are you trying to say? I'm talking to nobody but me.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool. And okay. Fine. I was wondering if you'd let me help you. Because you see, I'm a pretty cool guy myself, and I have secrets.
You hear a muffled, we don't need your fucking help.
Let's cut the clip.
It's
Who are you?
another one sort of, you hear another voice sort of come from the neck. He's fucking smaller than us, we don't need his help.
I yank the trench coat.
Harsh. And as you
I'm cutting this.
As you yank the trench coat, a load of little heads pop out.
A load?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically 5 small little dragons wearing a trench coat.
That's pretty funny.
Oh.
And in front of you, you can see the model.
Happy now?
No, we still want the bounty.
Excuse me. Did you call me small?
Yes.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And the little black one sort of puffs out his chest and goes, "Yeah, what if I did?"
How tall are they?
Oh, like sort of like 3 foot each.
Shit. Yeah, fuck it. I'll wild shape into Ankylosaurus.
You're what? Okay. You're gonna waste the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah. Well, I've not used anything else in combat, so why not?
Okay. I mean, it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Turns into an Ankylosaurus. And the five little dragons go, ah! And literally just drop the jacket and just, and their little wings just sort of take off.
I think that was worth it.
Really, we could have just scared him. Then had to go transform into.
Well, what have you know? I actually did scare him. So
Did their robe have any pockets?
Oh, there's nothing in there. They're
Multiple pockets.
empty as anything. No, come on, look what's in there. Baby dragons. Come on. I love that model though.
Hey, I'm gonna go. You wearing a trench coat?
It's actually a little bit too big for him.
You wanna go away with the guy?
No, I don't.
Who wants
But-
it?
no, actually, it could be a good idea to wear it really, because if there's actually people knowing about a bounty, and you never know what those little dragons are going to say, it might be a decent idea to attempt to try and hide your identity.
I'm not sure a jacket is going to sway people from seeing me. As a giant
No, really,
red.
really, all you need is the jacket and a hat. Then nobody will know it's you.
Oh, yeah, she's
Are
gonna
you,
go.
are you doing all
Grimness.
this talking as the Ankylosaurus? Yeah, nobody will know it's you. Trying to turn his head and trying to look upwards. Nobody will know it.
I won't notice you if you had a trench coat and a hat.
While you're messing around with the trench coat, though, you do find a piece of crumpled up paper in one of the pockets.
Let's go read.
knew
this
Can I
piece
read
of
it?
paper.
You
Do
was
that.
right all along.
Who's going to read it?
I will.
But Dudley's the one that's messing around with the jacket, and it's another one of those. It's another one of those bounty letters. If you bring back that traitorous worm, Dakari Sire, I will give you the deeds to your own island and as much gold and jewels as you could ever want in your lifetime.
Worm.
I think he's a dragon, actually.
Thank you, Ronan.
It's okay.
Does this? Do you recognise that hand?
Signed Deirdre.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely
it's
it's definitely
dangerous.
the douchebag. Yeah.
Signed by who? I take the paper and have a look. Fold it up and put it in my.
Signed
One of the
by
Donegals.
Deirdre.
I
As in-
fold it up and put it in my pouch.
The chief.
You make it
Sorry,
really
Ronan.
hard to trust people.
Yeah. Especially him.
And I will continue walking towards Glendid.
Cool. Well, now you've got a giant Ankylosaurus with you who walks much, much slower than you do.
Not much slower. I move faster than I move normally, actually.
Fine. The Ankylosaurus just waddling next to you.
Yep.
Who's walking at the back?
That'll be in the front.
Probably best to be me.
Oh, shut up.
I'll be in the front.
I'll be behind Dudley then.
Who's walking at the back?
I'm directly behind Dakari, so it just depends on where Rogu wants to be.
Yeah, back one up.
Cool. You find yourself step, stop with the waving of the giant Ankylosaurus tail every time he wiggles. But the five of you set off and start heading where? Who can remember where it is? And it's only Dudley and Rogu that have been there. So
It's like a fallen statue, ain't it?
Hmm. So you reckon if we head towards the old Snake Kingdom, we pass it on the way?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So the day that you went there was the day you got chased by a yeti.
Yeti. Yeah, so it's around that area because we went down the slide.
No, when we went to go see Fisburn, and then we travelled down from Fisburn down. That's where we found like a fallen.
Yes, and Fisburn was at the bottom
Yeah,
of the
and
yeti.
from there onwards we saw Glendid's abode.
Yes, only the outside. He invited you in, but you didn't go in.
Yes,
So you remember whereabouts it is on the island. So
roughly.
it's all like bottom of the mountains on the east side somewhere.
Yeah,
If you reach the lake and Fisburn's cottage, you've gone too far.
pretty much.
So you start heading up and you start walking. You find the old campsite where you picked up the double-ended bag, where you found all of the missing Luminons that have been kidnapped by the snakes.
Yeah.
All roll me a survival.
Oh, George, this is where I'm gonna get bitten.
Good at that too. Mm. Mm. I am good.
15.
24.
9.
19.
What was yours, Newt?
9.
9. I thought I had it 9. So as a team, Dudley and Rogu leading the way, you manage to sort of stay on a path. You get to a crossways. One road really trodden, well used, heading north. The other one sort of heading in a northwesterly direction, but new, fairly unused. And the actual trodden grass on that road is like fresh. It's newly trodden.
Do they look like cat paws?
All you can say is it's trodden grass. There's no prints.
It looks fresh, and I'll go to follow the tracks.
So a couple of hours has passed, and you're walking in the middle of the forest, and you get that deep. This is the deep, dark depths of almost a rainforest. It's very humid. The air is very close. You can feel a certain warmth underneath the canopy, and with all the random noise of sort of like
Caca, caca.
coming from in the trees. Every time you look up in a tree, you see a snake. Every branch, every tree, every walkway, everywhere you look, you see a snake.
Even though I'm not of snake kind anymore? Do I still remember any parcel tongue?
You can still speak it.
Oh, hello.
You just what?
Yeah.
That's like it just they sort of looks down at you, puzzled look on it. Tongue comes out with a polite nod.
I'll continue.
You continue to walk through again. More snakes, more snakes. But you get to somewhere that you've not seen before. This is all fresh. And there is a fast, raging river firing through the middle of this woods.
Is there a pathway?
Ow. Oh.
Right?
The river's about 40 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look to the left, you can see that it disappears off and goes further than the eye can see. And as you look right, you can see that it's almost like it's an estuary coming off of the side of the mountain where the lake that you landed in with the Yeti would roundabout be.
Oh, bloody hell.
But the water's really fast moving. And as you get to it, you can feel that there's a cold breeze coming off of this water.
A magical cold breeze?
Considering you're in what will be considered a tropical climate, the water's quite cool.
Magically cool?
You can do your Arcana check if you wish.
Yeah. Stuff like if we go in it, then we'll, I don't know, die. 11.
Lovely. No, it is a natural fresh water. But you assume that the coolness comes from the mountain spring itself.
Right, best get crossing.
Yep.
Dip.
Almost, and you dipping your foot in.
No, I was just gonna like dive in to cross it.
Okay. What is your athletics modifier?
Oh.
+4.
Cool. As you dive in, you get hit by the current, and when I said it was fast moving, I mean it was fast moving. Within 6 seconds, you are 30 feet down the river.
Oh.
Cool. I'll just keep swimming to the other side then, because even if I end up like 500 meters down that way, I'll still be on the other side.
It's one of those ones, the current's so fast, you're not paddling that way because it's constantly pushing you. You're not getting any stride forwards.
Alright then.
Think about if you're a canoe. If you turn sideways in a canoe and paddle sideways, you're still going to go that way without gaining any traction. Must be night time. But roll me an athletics check while you're in there.
Alright then. $23.
Very nice. You keep your head above water, and you manage to keep yourself stable while you're being pushed down the river.
How far is he?
30 feet from you now.
I am. What's either side of the river downstream?
Or either side. I mean, you've got a tree canopy either side, maybe sort of like 5-10 feet away from the river.
And they're quite tall trees, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to shoot my magic missile at the base of some of the trees to try and get them to over the river,
Cool. I like it.
and far enough away so that it will drop before Rogu reaches it.
Okay. Cool. Roll me an intelligence to see whether you can calculate how far down you need to shoot it to make it drop.
That is going to be a 26.
Fair enough. You're intelligent enough to work out where and what to hit.
Harold.
You still rolling the dice?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's magic missile.
Yeah, well, there's still the damage you can hit. It hits automatically, but it's still damage.
Oh, I suppose. Damage free.
But you're only shooting one dart. What's magic missile's basic thing? It's 3 darts, right? Magic missile level 1.
Oh, yeah, 3 glide darts. Okay, yeah,
There you
my
go.
bad. Gosh. That's 3. That's right, 9 total.
Okay, cool. So you send these magic missiles flying off down the riverside, and they crash through a tree, maybe 90 feet away. And as you watch the tree, sort of like crashes across the river. What are the rest of you doing while Rogu's gonna try and catch himself on a tree?
Watching.
Okay, it's fine. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing.
I'm gonna try find a pathway across.
Well, I just want to point out you've just watched Newt make you a pathway.
Oh, then cool. I'll go walk down to the pathway.
You've literally just watched Newt drop a tree across the river.
Cool. I'll make my way.
Making my way downtown. Rogu, while you're in the river, do you want to roll me an acrobatics to see whether you can catch this tree to stop yourself from going down any further? The athletics roll was good, so you're keeping yourself steady.
17.
Yeah, that's good enough. So as you're going down, the river's quite high, so it's not like you're a long way away from the tree that's been dropped. And you sort of like put your hands up and you sort of on the tree, sort of like neck up, just crunch.
Thank you.
As you hold on to the tree and grab hold of some of the branches and manage to pull yourself up. Although wet, you manage to get yourself on this newly formed bridge by Newt and get yourself across. Newt would have been the next one to follow because it was his tree that he dropped.
Yep.
And being the light-footed dwarf that he is, can get across quite easy. Dudley was the one that headed down there next.
Yes.
So Dudley, being slightly larger than the others and not quite as They say, sure on your feet. Can you roll me a dexterity check, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
But I use danger sense.
No, because it's not a saving throw.
So just flat dexterity.
Just flat dexterity. If you start falling in, you'll get your danger sense.
Bad news. Natural 1 for 4.
So you don't even make it onto it. You sort of like you put your foot on the end, and one of the roots breaks. And you just sort of like.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Ronan just hops up and just sort of like skips across barefoot. So, knowing that it's a little bit more difficult for you to get across, are you going to do anything to make it easier for yourself? And no, showing me your breast is not going to make it any better for yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm doing like that. So, Dex.
Save that for your OnlyFans.
Don't have any. Dexterity with advantage. With danger sense.
No, that's not what I said.
No. What was it?
I said, what are you going to do to make it easier for yourself to get across?
Hold on and launch my way across.
So you're going to do exactly the same as what you did before. Is there nothing in your bag of holding? To make life
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. It's an adventurer's bag of holding. We haven't used it for ages.
But I thought the canoe got destroyed.
Well, you wouldn't use a canoe because that would disappear off down the raging river.
Yeah. I'll go see what I could find that might help in the situation.
So what are you thinking about? What would make life easier for crossing this bit of wood? If you're not steady on your feet, what would make it easier crossing the bit of wood? Something to hold on to? Something to dig into the wood?
I think the rope will help. So like a grappling hook.
Okay. Then roll me a D100. He wants a grappling hook.
82.
82. You don't find the grappling hook, but what you do find is the harpoon gun with rope tied to it.
That'll work. I will aim somewhere that ain't going to impale my teammates.
So aim for a tree on the other side then.
Yes.
Cool. So just your dexterity, because you are not proficient with a crossbow.
No. $11.
Okay. It's only to hit. It's to hit a tree. It's not like you're trying to damage anything. So Rogu and Newt, as you're over there, you suddenly see this arrow fly across and just in a tree next to you with a small rope tied to it. The rope's still fairly long your side. What are you going to do with the other side of it?
Try it to another tree, so we actually got.
So it's like one of those horrible things at the park where you try and walk across and keeps doing that.
Oh, don't remind me.
But that's all right. It will help. It will give you advantage on the crossing. So now dexterity advantage.
I go over to the tree that the arrow's lodged in and make sure that it is a secure tree.
There you go. I was wondering, but yes, Newt goes over and makes sure it's secure.
15.
Ruining my fun. But yeah, so 15 is steady enough. I mean, there's loads of this while you're going across. Because we all freaking did that. Even those of us that had really good balance were still freaking falling all over the place on that stupid thing.
Yeah.
But you managed to wiggle your way across. Dakari! The only one left on that side of the river now.
So, cross the same way Dudley did.
Cool, so you get a dexterity check with advantage. Because you got the rope.
Where is dexterity? There. 16.
Better than Dudley's. Still with a load of wiggling and wobbling. But you managed to get yourself across.
Happy days.
Quite comfortably. And as you step off the other side, all of you now standing again, that tropical temperature still getting to you. You've all got that horrible humid sweat has started, all except for Takari and Rogu, because they're effectively cold-blooded. They're actually finding this very pleasant.
Lucky for them.
But as you get across, all roll me another survival check.
Yeah.
8.
Michael rolled really badly, but he's on mute, so I can't hear him.
9.
Michael's in that one. Lovely.
I have a nat 1, but I have a +8. So,
9.
well, there's not a critical fail.
There's no critical failures.
13.
11.
Okay. Would you all please roll, or one of you, designate one of you to roll me a D100?
Don't let it be me.
I do it.
Cool.
Right.
He did just roll in that one. So the odds are in his favour.
Sure.
This is D100 now.
2 D10s, yeah.
No, one of them's a
Yeah.
0,
The,
0,
the,
20,
D, the D singles and the D10s.
Ronan. Come on, 69.
You know what's
Nice.
crazy?
Hmm?
It is 69.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
I was reading. Wait. Oh, it can't be 09, can it? It is 60, isn't it? On the double look.
If you got a 6-0 and a 9, that's 69.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
So 69.
Yeah.
You continue heading through the forest, again surrounded by nothing but snakes. Roll me a perception.
Dirty 20.
11.
Full. Pills are running out.
8.
Well, there's only two of you rolling.
I already said dirty 20.
Yeah, I've got a dirty 20 and an 8.
Oh, I said 11.
Oh. Your
What was
mic-
it?
Your mic's really quiet, Callum. So I've got a dirty 20, an 8 and an 11. Perception,
What?
my son. Perception.
Right, okay.
Did you roll up
22.
there, or am I just being deft? 22. Dudley, did you roll, or am I being
Oh,
deft?
well,
Yeah,
Dudley.
22.
Oh, so I've got two 22s. Right, okay, cool. So Rogu starts chatting with one of the snakes and gets occupied. Nuke's trying to understand what Rogu's saying to the other snake. Well, the other three of you, you watch this this lizard, sort of like half climbing up a tree, until you realise that tree is not a tree. That is the body of a snake.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Wait, so does that mean does that mean that was the sick guy has snake syndrome?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't even know. But as this lizard starts walking up the body of this snake, and this snake body, you're looking at it, and it's got to be 2.5, 3 foot in diameter
No, come on.
around the stomach. The head suddenly drops out of a tree, and you see it just go, and as quick as a jab, takes the lizard off of his body. Just, and just after 2 gulps, just turns its head and looks directly at the three of you.
Oh. Back off.
3. Why 3?
Ronan, Dakari, Dudley, the three that see it,
Oh.
because the
We see it, it sees us.
the other two are chatting to the snake. Down there.
I see.
They got occupied.
Dudley.
Yes.
Snake. The big.
Yeah,
big,
I noticed.
Big fucking snake.
You see it, it sort of turns its head to one side, the tongue side, and then it gives a big wink and just raises its head and goes back up into the trees.
I don't know if I got flirted by a snake.
I think he likes you.
It's one of us three.
I'll take it, mate. Better being eaten.
I think he's got a thing for scales, so you're in luck.
Well, I mean, Ronan hasn't been an Ankylosaurus for about 4 hours now.
Well, that's
How
it.
long, how long did it last?
Oh shit! I don't even remember.
It was half your level, wasn't it? So we decided 5 hours.
Half my level on hours. Yeah.
So we decided 5 hours. So yeah, it would have run out just like about an hour ago.
Shall we continue?
As the head disappeared up into the trees, you can now hear a constant rustling above you, and the body that you watched the lizard get taken off of is now starting to move and travel upwards. And it just keeps moving and moving and moving as if there's no end.
Just carry on moving, please don't stop.
Yeah, we does
Can
it.
we hurry up and find Glendid?
Dudley in his hurry keeps moving.
Yeah.
Newton Rogu, you had a lovely chat with one of the little snakes. Or at least Rogu did. And Rogu learned that there is a new Snake King in town
Ooh.
after the death of the previous one.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, you killed him.
Hmm.
So Rogu has now learnt that there is a new Snake King.
Where is this pretender to my throne?
Tis sitting on the throne, sir.
Okay.
The Queen hath taken a new husband.
Good for her.
Don't just talk with a lisp.
No.
Fair enough.
It's difficult when you don't say anything with an S.
That's why I try and put more S's in there than I need to.
What's your surname, Sonny?
My surname. People just call me Simon.
What's your name?
Tony.
Fuck you, Tony.
But you all continue to walk through this dank, humid forest. Still pushing through, finding out about the Queen taking a new king. Makes you wonder what abomination is currently in that mountain. Because you remember the size of the old king.
Hmm.
But you missed the giant python that they just...
Nope. No. There's a whole lot of nope.
a lot of note preparing. You keep pushing through the forest. Still a long walk. Roll me another survival, please.
Go roll with it and become snake food.
Oh, excuse me.
16.
11.
16, 11.
10.
Oh,
13.
need something good.
Oh, 8.
Awesome. So walking through, you all start to really struggle to breathe now. The humidity is really starting to get to you. You all suffer 1 point of fatigue.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, 1 point of health.
No.
1 point of
Fatigue.
fatigue, which means that all checks and D20 rolls in combat will be rolled with disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. That sounds like an awful lot for 1 point of fatigue.
Yeah. Well, now imagine
So-
what happens when you get 2 points of fatigue.
So basically, just a bitch. Yeah, no, there's not really anything else to explain that. It's just a prick. Oh, my back.
-2 on D20 tests. And -5 field speed.
Yeah.
And disadvantage on ability. Oh, legacy. Disadvantage on ability checks, yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks, yeah. I don't like all the new stuff. New stuff.
sad.
But yes, you suffer 1 point of exhaustion
Yeah.
as you push through this humid forest.
Is there a way to keep track of that, or do I just have to keep it in my brain?
Conditions.
Conditions. Okay.
Yeah, on D&D Beyond, there's a conditions at 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, add active conditions. Yeah. And it's 1 point of fatigue.
Yes. Or exhaustion, or whatever it's written down on there.
What's it written as? Exhaustion. Right. 1 level.
That's it.
Boom. Done. Thank you.
You walk for another hour and break through the clearing. Or break through into a clearing. And you find yourself up against, or around about a huge stone wall built into the mountainside. Think of it like somebody started to build a house. But it's built into the wall. Well, what's a good one? Those of you who watched Lord of the Rings, the door to the Mines of Moria.
Oh, okay.
It's a good example. There's you can see that there are statues carved beautifully out of stone, but buried into the cliffside. But there is a huge causeway, flagstones with steps leading up to it, with the 2 statues either side looking at you. Rogu and Dudley remember this area as to where a combat was had with some giant bugbears.
Oh, yes.
But what's different about it this time is that there are no guards and the door is shut.
I will knock on the door.
And with a you hear the echo reverberate through the chamber behind. Like a couple of little stones drop off at the cliff down to the floor.
Guess they're not in.
I'll try and open it.
I'm sealed shut.
Can we open it forcefully?
You can certainly try.
Cool. Running drop kick the door?
You can run and drop kick the door, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You hit the door at full pace. And then just go. But again, you hear the echo reverberate through the cavern behind. And again, a couple of little stones just drop off.
Is there a distinct lock on this door?
Roll me an investigation.
That would be a 10.
A 10.
Yes.
No distinct locking mechanism on the outside, but you do notice that there are some sort of writing around the door, but worn, so it's not quite clear what it is. Oh, shoe in it. But you notice that it's some form of dwarvish.
Is any of it legible?
Some of it is. But because it's a different dwarf to what you're used to, you can't quite make the words out. Not for a 10 anyway. If only somebody had a way of making it clearer. This is why people should listen to other stuff.
Can I wipe it with a cloth? Will that make it clearer?
No, if something's worn and it needs fixing, who's got that?
Give it that hock tour.
Who's
They've
got
all got like a
mending?
mending, yeah.
It's like I'm giving you clues.
Ronan,
By the sounds of it, we need more.
Roland, what does your spells do, bud?
What do my spells do? Nothing that will make it clearer.
What about
Cast
mending
healing
it?
word.
Didn't you say mending?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
so it
mend it?
needs mending.
Yeah, I repair a single break or tear. Oh. I haven't even read that spell before. I think that's the cantrip I skipped over. Right, okay. So, skablam.
Okay, so Ronan suddenly realises that he's got a spell that's finally mildly useful and goes skablam on the wall. Part of what was worn is now legible. And Newt manages to make out sort of like half a sentence. It says, "The way is shut."
Well, no shit.
So, yeah, what, thanks for that information.
If only you could cast it again because it's a cantrip.
Skablam.
Skiblam on the other half. Wow. Look at me, look at him go. So the first half, the way is shut. The second half, speak friend and enter.
Friend.
Nothing happens.
It lied.
You're also not a dwarf. I'm basically giving you Lord of the Rings shit, so it should be well easy.
I speak the word open in dwarf.
Oh, no. Pierre, man. Nothing happens.
I start swearing in dwarf.
But for those who remember the Lord of the Rings, what language did he speak? To open the minds of Moria.
First name.
There's an inspiration in it for somebody.
Frodo Baggins. I don't know. I've watched it.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of walking. That's all I know.
They're the most amazing films ever.
Tolkienese.
Tolkienese.
Pressure.
Michael, I've made you watch it 100 times.
Elvish? Just to throw out, I mean, Lord of the Rings, if it's not, whatchamacallit, Dwarven.
Cool. So Dakari nabbed it. Who speaks Elvish? Does anybody speak Elvish?
I might.
Did anybody choose Elvish as an option?
Nah.
No.
Where would it be?
It's been a long time since I've watched Lord of the Rings, but why
What's
if
speak
it's like a...
Elvish? I can
Why if
speak
it's a Dwarven
Elvish.
mind, is it Elvish that opens the door?
Because it was a riddle. It was a dwarfish riddle. Speak, friend, and enter. So for a dwarf to say something in Elvish,
Right.
is the riddle.
What do you say in Elvish?
What do they say? Friend. Big friend and enter.
I'll say friend in Elvish.
Melloc. Yes, I'm that much of a geek. Thank you.
Really?
And with that, the words that were once sort of like half shaved off and faded light up a sort of like fluorescent blue as the door goes. And as it opens, the breeze of stale air just hits you straight in the face.
You need to have some ventilation in here. Didn't realise fighting an elf had some perks.
Who's going in first?
I'll go in as I open the door.
Cool.
Go on, Dudley, you got this.
Dudley, as you step in the door and look into the darkness of this cavern, you hear noises in the deep. And we'll continue next week.
Oh, joy.
Drums in the deep. Thanks for watching D&D Misfit Adventures. Until next time, take care.